Hello, welcome back to the Beastlands. I'm Castle, and this is my stupid face. Thanks for coming back and hanging out with us once again as we journey deeper into the forgotten lands known as Memoryland. We're going to do a quick recap, but I'd like you to know that we're currently holding a contest. It is an art contest. Any kind of fantasy art is welcome. We don't currently have that many applicants, meaning it's going to be really easy for you to win. So drop us an email with your application to Call of the Beastlands at google.com. Without further ado, here's our show.
I'd like the places where a lot of people gather, like consistently. For example, people aren't always in the garden, so I don't really feel like that has to be hollow ground. They simply go there, they tend to it, and then that's it. Maybe like 4 hours a day. However, people will always be at the tavern. People will always be in the resting area, the merchants area, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. So just basically the buildings and the
That
surround.
will The buildings that will always have people in it. I will cast Hallowed Ground on.
Well, let's take a peek at the dimensions that we're actually talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at
Be nice if I could get like a consistent circle, but I don't know how to draw a circle that snaps the grid nicely.
yeah, I was thinking about just generalizing it for ease. Let's see, we're looking at about 160 by 160 squares here for the more densely populated parts of this place. So I'm looking at probably 4 castings per actual tile on this map.
Mm-hmm. Could somebody just do
Yeah,
60 feet across, so like up above in one of the empty areas, so I can try and do a circle? That's like,
Yeah, I got you. Can you see mine?
yeah.
All right. This right there is 60 feet.
All right, can you do it down now? From like the, yeah. All right, that's, I think
That looks pretty damn good, dude. Yeah.
it's a little tiny.
I mean, from its center points, that looks correct. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. So anyway, you could create that with 1 casting, and you can do this once per day. So essentially, if you're trying to do this, you guys are stuck here for another several days.
That
Could any of my monks help by praying? Or could we help in
it's
any way?
less about the amount of time it takes and more about I have 1 spell slot.
Yeah.
So I have to do it, regain it, and then do it again.
Also, you're looking at spending wealth because each casting costs your resources.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say you probably only have enough in-house materials for like 3 castings before you're paying full price.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. So that's the main building, the tavern, which is easily covered. That's the alchemist slab, or is this the tavern?
The tavern's to the south.
All right, so never mind. The tavern's
Alchemist
tavern's
Labs.
still pretty easily covered.
Yep.
And then I'd have to do 2 kind of separate ones. For this. So 4 casts in total. And the last one, you said we could do 3.
Yeah, you got 3 casts at 333 gold each, and then from then on, you're going to be spending a full 1,000. And you're basically buying out those supplies from your merchants.
So $2,000 is what I'd be spending. which I have. So.
Yep.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and do that.
Cool.
And we'll just make like a little checkpoint for inspecting new people around the merchants area.
Righteous.
Well,
You have to enter one of the hollow grounds before.
Yeah. That makes
Cool.
sense.
I think we should have 6 patrols since we have 6 rooms. Well, 6 room slots.
We have
You know,
soldiers,
Exactly. So we should
which
just
are
have some
pretty much
patrols.
constantly patrolling.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Just heighten your patrols and make sure that everyone's safe and whatnot.
Add some guards at the gate and whatnot. Make sure that everything is legit.
Yep. So, while Lesk is taking care of that for the next several days, what are we planning in the war room?
Which one do you guys want to go for first? The dragon or...
Personally, I think we've been hunting down this dragon for a while, and we have a lead, which is the research area. But I'm also worried about the dragon showing up there in person. So maybe if we took a break from that and see if there were any sightings in the meantime, kind of just like put out a notice like, hey, has anyone seen where the dragon is? So
What does you have to say about that? I know that you have a very personal relationship with this dragon.
I was designed to follow my mission. I cannot violate it. As long as we are going towards the dragon, I agree with where you take me. But please do not deter.
What was the other place that we could go to? It was something about like the ruins and of like the elven.
Oh, the warp gate.
Yeah, the warp gate. That still has something to do with the dragon.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
We can do either one.
Would I have figured out how to even turn it on by now?
Yeah. Yeah, between you and Henna researching it for a while, you have a pretty good idea of how to operate it. And you've even keyed in a few working portal codes, but no one's been brave enough to walk through yet.
Alright, well, in those few days, I want to talk to Master Lucky and ask him about the bamboo forest and what he saw on his way here. Like if he came into any to schoolie or anything like that.
Yes. We lost 50 warriors on the way here. It was no walk in the park. The Tosculi attacked us 3 times. Once, they even led a gigantic 2-legged bumblebee monstrosity. It was a different kind of fight, for sure. But we managed to keep the casket safe and deter our attackers.
What do you know of the gauntlets that were in that casket?
And what I have told you.
Such a mystery.
Only in so much as your mother wanted it to be. I do not know where she got such terrible devices. It doesn't seem like this was made by the Mantis folk. but I know not.
What do you think the likelihood is of them attacking here?
Who?
The Tusculi.
Fairly low. We didn't particularly enjoy the trek here because of the weather. Doesn't really agree with us. The Tusculi, I think, even less.
Castle, I have another theory.
Yeah?
If the rabbit folk were to dig tunnels starting on the inside of the portal of the warm area, but dig them down and out into the cold area, would they still get the warmth from the opening?
You mean like 120 feet below you or something like that?
I don't know if that far, but I mean, just digging basically like out into the cold area, out of the fortress.
Well, you'd have geothermal heating at that point anyway.
Basically
Yeah.
making like a heated underground area, even if it's cold above it.
Well, Henna says that the protective area is basically a cylinder. Fires off into the heavens and goes underground as far as the roots of the tree.
Guys, what do you think about building like another fortress under our fortress?
Isn't it possible to add
Like a secret
layer?
underground lair?
Like a dungeon?
No, we're the good guys.
For a dragon?
So we'll have dungeons and dragons in this game? What? I'm in.
Whoa! Welcome to the Beastlands, home of the dungeons and dragons. Home of the dragon dungeon.
Careful, I almost died from a joke once already today.
You kills people with jokes. You weren't here for our interrogation episode.
Jokes don't kill people. You kills people with jokes.
You's right.
I was too here for the interrogation.
That's actually where
You
we met him.
were.
Yep, he was.
That was your first game.
It was your hidden talent that you discovered. And yeah. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. We're still completely indecisive as a unit.
I think we should take a break from the dragon and investigate Yu's origins and see
Do a
if that
side quest.
turns up any other potential leads.
Brave adventurer, my sheep have run amok. I need you to help me.
Anybody want to go to
Tell me
unknown
more.
lands where we have no clue what is on the other side of?
Yes. You does have clue what's on the other side.
Castle, in all the time since I've
Place.
gotten the gauntlets, has anybody come by that I could have bought a portable hole from? Is that not what it is called?
Do you guys already have one?
It's like,
Didn't I take
Yeah,
it?
we already
We
have
have a
one.
portable hole, and we bought. Let's see. We have the chest, portable hole, and two.
Axo holding.
Well, which
bags of
one
holding.
can I hold on to so I can put my gauntlets in there and not kill everything I walk past?
Would someone like to donate their item of holding?
I already said he could store them in my chest.
But I want to have them on me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You mean my bag of holding?
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter who holds the bag.
I've got the portable hole.
Yes, he's
got a
he's
portable-
wondering if he can hold on to one of them, like the portable hole or a bag of holding. So he-
Who does currently have possession of the bag of holding? I've never written it down in my character sheet. So
I
don't
know
think
that
I-
Ascites
If
has
I
them.
recall, they're in my chest.
No. Are you
No.
high?
I have the bag of holding.
Cites has one.
You is
Yep.
you.
You has the portable hole.
Yes.
And I believe that there is another bag of holding.
There is.
There's two. Dirk.
Does Dirk have the other bag of holding?
Dirk was holding on to the other bag of holding. That's right. He had the original one and then bought another one, which means. So.
Okay, Dirk. Think really hard. Do we have a bag of holding?
Don't actually have that.
Was it on Dirtle's character sheet?
Oh crap!
Oh,
yes.
it was Turtles. Yes, it was.
Well, then you would have it.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh,
That's not something that gets. It's a magical item.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It won't get digested. Someone will poop it out.
It's full of guts.
bag of holding.
Everything is a little more wet.
You start rooting through the bag of holding as he asks you, Dirk, and you pull out a brooch made out of mantis pieces, like praying mantis pieces.
Oh.
I put it around my neck.
That's the.
Oh my goodness.
I just kind of shield Todier like that. She think that's a little rude.
Isn't that half of the town right now?
Yeah, that too.
Why is that in there?
It's not full-sized mantises. It's like actual small praying mantises.
They're fashioned in a bow tie sense.
It was literally pre-episode 1.
Yes,
The very first episode that didn't get properly recorded.
that's true.
Yep. Anyway, that was a nice little throwback. But the question stands because, let's see, a magical, another bag of holding. There's not another bag of holding for sale right now. So he would like to know if he can hold on to one of the party's bags of holding so he could stash his incredibly murderous little toys in there.
I don't care. You can carry mine.
Thank you. I'll return it when I figure this out.
Well, if we're gonna be
that-
here for a few more days anyway, we can see if there's new merchants that come in.
I was just about to ask that. How does the merchants work? Because
I'll allow Toady to re-roll the merchants for this week.
I guess Dirk would be more or less helping those who had lost family or something to that extent.
Oh, compassionate soul.
Have I become proficient in the longbow yet?
Yes. Yes, you may record that. I actually said something about that close to the beginning, but you hadn't joined us yet.
congratulations.
It is still a little unwieldy because it's taller than you, but you know how to fire it proficiently and let nothing stand in your way. You just, hold it a little sideways.
Like Dirk does.
Yep.
Wait.
That is what in the world? I didn't want to.
That's a 20.
Nice.
What does that mean?
Weapons.
Really? Oh, you still got to roll for quality, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Please get
Damn, I
another
wasted
20.
the 20 on the weapons.
What if you get another 20 on the weapons?
29.
Is it possible to use my inspiration on that if it's like dire?
This
I don't really
is
know.
not like an ability check or anything. This is just the randomization. I have him do it, but it's really a DM duty, so no.
Fair enough.
Okay. So we're trying for a portal.
So wait, so what do those rolls mean? Like from...
He's typing it out.
Oh, okay.
So you said I keyed in several combinations that actually work.
You have unlocked a few different combinations, yeah. You think there's probably quite a few more. And you think that maybe some of the ones that you've gone over have just been destroyed somehow over time?
Would there be any way that I could have inferred any kind of information on about what's on the other side based on how it works, like the symbols and the meaning and stuff?
Yeah, you have a pretty good idea that the first symbol has something to do with the faction that used to be on the other side of the portal.
High fashion and fancy hats.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one that just can't look at that and not laugh.
That's important in Dirtle's Rest. I'm all about the hats.
They're mediocre in quality, but
They all
you know.
suck. Fuck all those fuckers.
We'll do better
is-
when we're...
it is a haberdashery / coat service. I've always wanted to say haberdashery and mean it.
That's what I always wanted.
Wait, isn't an 8 knickknacks? She rolled... Oh, wait, no, 17 and then 8. Ah, I see how you're doing it.
It's paddywhacks.
Oh, okay.
Knick-knack, paddywhack. Give your dog a bone.
Yeah.
It's a Walmart.
And we get to choose, or are these all present?
These are present.
What does the animal seller, animal merchant have?
He has a variety of small birds. And he has a pair of cats. He has a trio of dogs.
I guess the small birds, are they possibly intelligent enough that we'd be able to tell one to fly through the portal and then either return through it or return to where, it was?
Well, I'd like to remind you that some people in your party communicate directly with animals.
That's true.
Hi.
Dirk just slowly floats up
I
behind
have-
you as you're asking this.
I have a little buddy, but
You're
he hasn't been around for a while. I kind of felt bad that he got
There's
kerplanked
one more thing.
when I did.
There are 4 giant goats for sale.
Giant goats. You got me interested in giant part.
Yeah, I mean they're giant goats. They're chewing on some, plant matter. Big white
you can talk to them.
furry
I
motherfuckers.
I just kind of whisper over to Toadie.
I'd be interested. How much?
I just kind of whisper over to Toadie, just like, hey, I'd stay away from you. Or I'd stay away from them. They kind of see you as moving grass.
But could I ride one?
It'd sooner eat you than try and than you ride it.
But
They can
could I
try.
ride one?
But we'll fail. No
Oh,
one
shit.
eats you.
Would they
Really,
even
it depends on
survive
whether
me
or not
having
they-
my gauntlets on them?
Who knows?
Shit. I can't have a mount.
I'm gonna want to look at the giant goats.
They have like the weird sideways hourglass eyes. They're about the size of like a cow. They've got big, thick, burly horns that curl up on themselves into like a spiral. They're completely white. And then they look like if they stepped on you, they'd probably squish out your guts.
So it does look like they could be ridden.
Yeah, probably.
Or used as a beast of burden.
Yeah, probably.
Battle goat?
I'm thinking goat wine. Like,
Goat wine.
yes. We get goat milk. We turn that into wine for the tavern.
I don't even want to ask.
We could do cheese too.
How do you
Oh,
do
cheese.
that?
Would we be able? It depends on the conditions of the vault, but we might be able to use that as a cheesery.
You can sell their fur for
Well, I
coat.
could let them go for 75 gold pieces each.
Feta cheese is very good.
They do have a lot of milk. However, I'll warn you, you got to let them graze outside these walls. Because they'll start eating everything.
Henna, can you grow them enough grass to eat?
Yeah. I figure it'll just cost us
But then we'd
probably
have
an extra 100 in gems a month to supply the power.
Also, Henna, would you like a cat?
I'm more of a Daisy girl.
Did you just ask her if she wanted a
would you
hat?
like a fancy
No,
hat?
Cat. Like one of the cats.
You could get the cat and name it.
I don't want a hat.
Why not put the cat in a hat? Oh my goodness.
You can buy a cat and a hat. Make this reality.
No son of mine is gonna wear people hats.
Could the person at the high fashion of fancy hats place make the cat a tiny hat?
Absolutely.
This is happening. I don't
What
even
about
care.
little
This is
boots?
That one's a little bit more challenging. But I can do it.
If you can't, I can. I have the tools. I just need the materials.
Do you talk like that the rest of the game?
No. But you should hear Jacob when he's on one.
Guys, this is super serious.
Yeah.
What happened to Todier's voice? I'm scared.
No, that was just the fancy hats guy's assistant. Sure.
I'm fancy.
Everybody needs an assistant.
No, but seriously, how much for a cat with a tiny hat? Maybe some boots.
Pulls out like weird device and just starts sliding beads back and forth.
Yeah,
Just
an abacus.
starting
Like,
to
you drive a hard bargain. I'll give it to you for 30 gold pieces.
Fucking done.
So wait, you're really like trying to outfit a cat with a cat in a hat? I mean, like Puss in Boots kind of outfit?
Yes.
No,
Maybe not
that
like
is a
Puss
cat
in
with
Boots,
hat and
but
boots.
At least like I
We
don't know
should-
what
we
kind
should
of
get
hat
the-
we can get, but
There's two cats.
You really need to get the cat's opinion on this.
I know how to ruin.
Is there a ginger cat?
Okay,
There
would
be the middleman.
that's a sensible thing to say. Would someone like to talk to maybe the cat about?
I will
It's-
speak to that.
I just
Okay.
love
Cat.
the image of just like a cat going meow. He says he doesn't really like that color. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm,
So there's a couple cats. They're sitting next to each other, staring intently.
I speak cat.
Yeah, that's true. You do too.
Oh, well, now I feel like I just wasted a spell.
Well, now you
And
can
I-
speak cat too.
you can both speak to cat.
I can.
You cannot speak cat.
I go
You
out- I
has
go-
spoken.
I go over to the cats and I look at the first one and I say, meow,
I'll go ahead and get 2 goats, the big ones.
Hold on. Well, what do you say, Asaites?
meow.
The fuck do you want?
Wow.
Yeah.
A cheese
Well-
breath. What are you staring at?
A ball of fur that's about to be ignited.
Follow us on all major social media, Discord, Twitch, and as always, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.